Hello, hello. It is Leah Simone with Intuitively Simone. Welcome to my loyal viewers and my newcomers. I am so happy to have you guys here. I feel like it's been a while. Maybe it hasn't. I don't know. It feels like it's been a little while since I've recorded a video for you guys. So I am really excited. I don't know why I actually was feeling a little bit nervous, like it was like a first date. So that's the energy that I'm coming in here with. But of course, we have a pick a card. Well, there are no cards here, so it's going to be like a pick a pile reading for you guys. And this is going to be a free flow message, just whatever it is that you need to receive or hear right now from Spirit, that Spirit wants you guys to know for your highest growth, your highest benefit, for your healing, for whatever it is. I'm just leaving this a little bit open-ended. I don't want to confine it so much to just a topic. We're just going to let this one be free flow. And as Spirit communicates, I will translate and communicate it for you guys. So we have 3 piles for you guys to choose from. This is going to be pile 1. This is pile 2. And this is pile 3. I will also leave a picture for you in case you want to meditate on it a little bit to select your pile or piles. And the timestamps will be listed below. We're going to go ahead and get started with pile number 1. All right, pile number 1. This shell actually stood out to me as I was picking them. I have a lot of shells, but this one actually stood out to me. Something about this brown color, this like coppery color. It reminds me of a penny, and now I just heard find a penny, pick it up all day long, you'll have good luck. Find a penny, pick it up all day long, you'll have good luck. I'm getting like egg yolk, like the egg, not like inside of an egg, the yolk inside of the egg, like the egg has not been cracked. It's like I'm looking inside of the egg, the uncracked egg, and I'm seeing the egg yolk. And the egg yolk is developing into, it's weird because it's like an egg yolk, but the yolk it's developing into a fetus. It's not a chicken, it's a fetus. Like I'm seeing the beginning stages when it looks kind of like a little sickle. It's not really shaped, it's just that like large head and then the eyeballs and then the body still has kind of like a little tail looking thing. So it's like the development of that. So that may indicate, are you guys expecting or are you manifesting a child? It could be that, or this could actually, I don't know though. It's so specific. It's a fetus. And now I'm hearing again, find a penny, pick it up all day long, you'll have good luck. Suddenly I started to feel nervous, and then looking on the other side of this shell, I'm just getting super protective energy, like protection, like this side is the fetus, and then this is the outer shell, like this is your belly. If you're a feminine energy, this is what I'm just telling you, the visions that I'm getting as Spirit gives it to me. So this feels pretty specific. So if this does not apply, try another pile. I don't know if this is you. I feel like this might be you or someone that you know or that you're asking about. If you're masculine, it doesn't. So I feel like that's not important. Let me get back to this is your belly. This is the protection, and it's like I'm just seeing a woman now, like holding her belly, her womb, protecting the womb at all costs. It's like this is the treasure, this fetus. And of course, all children are precious, they're miracles, they're treasures, but this specific fetus is a treasure. I'm just seeing this the shell, like the marking on the shell, as it tells a story. It's like the history. This is the journey to get to this point. This is everything that this shell, this belly, this mother had to go through to get this fetus. I heard trials and tribulations. It's like it was a journey to get to this point. So now there's a lot of protection, and something about this little piece right here is standing out to me. It's like I heard Down syndrome. So maybe if you are pregnant, you might have recently gotten news, or maybe there's a fear, or questioning, not necessarily a fear, like a questioning of whether or not your child will have Down syndrome. And okay, so that anxious feeling, that nervous feeling that I was telling you about, it's like that. I'm just getting the sense of like you may be questioning, like, will I have the knowledge? Will I have what it takes? Will I have the resources to be able to take care of a child that is differently abled? You know, whether it's Down syndrome or I heard ailment. But what I was going to say was like some sort, maybe like a neurodivergence of some sort, like autistic, ADHD, that's what's coming through. Something about the crown. Something about the crown, like mental, mind. Now I'm just getting energy of like overthinking. It's like it's processing. It's just going so fast that it's like nothing is being retained. This might be how you're feeling about, like, it's kind of like information overload. This may represent a physical child, which I cannot apply this message as it resonates for you. You would know if this is not your message. I'm not getting anything outside of this. Feels like it's talking about a physical child, but if this is metaphorical, apply that to your situation. I can't quite tell whether or not this fetus is like a new baby, a new project, a new endeavor, a new something. And you know, the what I'm describing, if this is just like an analogy or a metaphor for the obstacles or the bumps in the road and how you're processing it, but I'm just really getting like a physical, actual child. Wow, all of this from this shell. It's so I'm just getting like a vision of this woman on a beach, and she has it's breezy, obviously, and she has this almost like sheer kind of, I guess this would be like a swimsuit cover up. It's long, it's white, and it looks almost it's not I mean, I guess it could kind of pass as like a robe, but it's giving me almost like a long sleeve shirt swimsuit cover up. And she's just walking along the beach holding her baby with like a white it looks like a nightgown. It's like, and it's that time of day in the morning where the sun is starting to rise, so it's still a little bit, there's light, but do you call that dusk? I always confuse dusk and dawn, which one is the morning time, but it's that time, the morning time, when the sun is it's not bright yet. There's light, it's not bright yet, and it's breezy. I'm assuming it's warm because she doesn't seem cold, and it's light. The gown is like silkish material. Anyway, she's just walking on the beach holding her belly, like contemplating, meditating. It's almost like calming herself or clarifying. It's like her mind is racing, and then walking along the beach like the ocean crashing. It's like this is like a form of meditation. So I don't know if that's you or if that's what's being suggested, but my heart is pounding and my throat feels like super restricted all of a sudden. I'm like, do I even need cards? Golly, like, do I even need cards? So, yeah, I don't know. All right, let's see. So I had the intentions that I was going to start off with these, let's start with this. All right, so talk to me, Spirit, about this, about pile 1. What is this message? What is this? What is the message? What are you saying here? I don't want to put this shell down. I feel so protective of this shell. Like, I just want to like hold it close and not like, it's like, it needs to, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to just put it anywhere. I feel like, I don't know if this represents the fetus, but it's like I need to hold it close. Like I feel so protective of this. Like it's like I need to be gentle. Like it's delicate. Like I need to be so. I feel like that doesn't feel right. Putting it over there doesn't feel right. It's like it's so specific where I need to like place it. It's just such a protective, like careful, thought out energy. Mother of Wands in reverse, Father of Wands. Yeah, it's like it's like overprotective. Daughter of Pentacles, and Strength card. What is this? I'm getting, okay, hold on. I don't want to speak too soon, and the Spirit is still speaking, so give me a second, you guys, please. I'm getting like a family dynamic though. Nope, hold on. This feels like, oh my gosh. Okay, so this feels like a pregnancy out of wedlock. This is a situation. You may be pregnant. You may be with child for someone that is otherwise involved, okay, Spirit is telling me to be very specific and careful about what I say and how I say it. This is a specific message, you guys. If this is not for you, like, you would know. So that, I mean, you know, don't stick around if this is not, or you can, it doesn't matter, but like, this is not a message that you would try to force or apply to your situation. This is so specific. But what I'm getting is like, it's like there is, like your energy, if you are the person that is with child, it's nervousness, it's anxiety. There's this sense, this understanding that this child is not necessarily wanted or easily accepted by the other person that created this child with you. And there's this feeling, this sense, what Spirit's giving me is like that person is, it's like they for some reason you feel super protective over this child. There's just a feeling that like this child is not wanted by someone. And I think that someone is connected to the father of this child. I'm delivering this message. Spirit is giving it to me from the point of view of the mother. But you may be the masculine, the father, is what I'm getting. And I don't know if you're specifically asking. I'm getting the sense that this might be a message that you weren't necessarily, like you, okay. Like maybe you didn't come here specifically. This is a Spirit-led message, so we're not answering a specific question. So I think that this might be, I don't think you were expecting to hear so much from, I'm getting, I'm sorry, you guys. I know I'm like, it's not coming out, but because I want to be, this is a very delicate situation. And like my heart right now, the anxiety, I feel like I need to ground. There may be a need for grounding. I think that's why that would make sense as to why I saw like the woman on the beach, like connecting to earth elements and stuff like that. But there's just this feeling of like super anxiety. And this Father of Wands energy is standing out. So I don't know if you are the father. I don't know if you are the father coming. That's what I'm getting. I don't know if you're the father coming to this reading. Like asking about this mother energy. But okay, so what's up? Give me some more. What can you... I'm almost like, all right, tell me about this Father of Wands energy. Let me actually want to get a different. Okay, Spirit, what about this Father of Wands energy? Ungrounded, exactly. There's a need to ground. It's like if you were the father energy, I'm just getting it's like a lot of anxiety, and I cannot delineate if this is your energy or the mother energy. It's like you guys, I don't know, it's so connected, or maybe you guys are both feeling this way, maybe it's mirrored, but it's ungrounded. If you're the father energy, it's the father energy is so ungrounded. It's like a lot of anxiety. Okay, tell me about this Mother of Wands energy. What's going on here? Why is this in reverse? Who is the Mother of Wands? Is this the one that's with child? Okay. So, wow, look at that. It's like opposite energies. And that's so wild because the Mother of Wands is in reverse. And the Father of Wands is upright, but it's grounded. So all right, give me some more context to this, please, Spirit. What's going on? What's the message? What do we need? What are you conveying? What needs to be said? What needs to be heard from the viewer? What does the viewer need to hear? I just keep seeing the beach scene again. Son of Pentacles. This is like, oh my God. I'm just getting the sense that this Father of Wands energy is okay. I'm just getting the sense that there's a situation, that this is a pregnancy that's not wanted, and I'm getting that it's not wanted by this Father of Wands energy. And this Mother of Wands energy is aware of that, but it's almost like I'm trying to okay, one second. It's like she's protective of this baby. She's like, I'm gonna have this baby. I think she's trying to come to the terms with accepting that, like, this may be a family unit. You guys may already have children together. Quite possibly two, possibly a daughter and a son already. And this Mother of Wands, it's like this, it's the energy of, I just keep getting like deep breaths. Like it's like trying to, it's like anxiety. It's this nervousness. I heard impending doom. It's like this Mother of Wands energy. There's something that she doesn't want to see or acknowledge or let go of. It's like this energy of, okay, so what I'm seeing now is a flamingo sticking its head in the sand, and it's like, if I don't see it, it doesn't exist. And so this mother energy is like, God, I just like kind of burnt my finger. It's like this mother energy is just trying to, I keep hearing like will it, like trying to will her intention of keeping this family, but she knows this Father of Wands energy is not, he's standing his ground. He's doing a lot. He's not saying much. He's not giving much away. He's not. And this Mother of Wands, it's like it's putting her in her mind. She's like overthinking, and it's creating anxiety. So she's having to like breathe through it and ground herself. And it's like she just keeps telling herself like she's super protective. Like, I'm gonna keep this. It's almost like this Mother of Wands thinks that this baby is gonna like be the answer to keeping the family together. But there's just this understanding that like this Father of Wands is not interested. Not interested in faking it is what I heard, and not interested in faking it. This rainbow is standing out. Like, actually, this rainbow and this moon, I'm just getting like day, night, opposite energies. What about that? Something about that. It's like, this Father of Wands energy, I think has come, so you have the Hangman here. I feel like this Father of Wands energy has been doing a lot of like reflecting. This is a I heard culmination. It's like the experience that's going on right now is like a culmination of a lot of things that led up to this, where this Father of Wands energy is ready to break away from the family. And I'm getting that this isn't an impulsive decision. Like, there was a lot of internal reflecting, and it required a lot of strength and courage. And this Father of Wands energy wasn't necessarily saying very much in the meantime, like in this process, because it's like there's a recognition. That's not the right word. What am I trying to say? This Mother of Wands energy wants to continue forward with this image of happy family, and the fakeness, the facade is what I heard. But this Father of Wands energy, it's like he's no longer interested in that. It's not fulfilling. It's not stable. I'm getting root chakra energy. Like, it's not, I heard I don't belong. It's like, it's not fulfilling. It's not stable. It's not like where this Father of Wands energy wants to be. And I'm getting that there is another energy, a Mother of Cups energy, a nurturing energy, a motherly energy, of a soft, gentle, loving, intuitive, like embracing, warm, like I got you energy. It's comfortable. It's so, I feel like what I'm feeling, okay, it's like the masculine energy in the presence of this Mother of Cups energy. It's like home. It's this security, this safety, this vulnerability. It like almost brings this Father of Wands energy to tears. It's so moving. It's such a beautiful, loving energy. It's like the energy that I think he thought he was going to get from this family life that he's been missing, that he is not, but it's like, it doesn't matter. There's no more. It's like, okay, I'm hearing, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see something about some of the obstacles in my way. I don't remember the words, but I'm hearing some of the obstacles in my way. I'm sorry if this is really smoky, you guys. I don't know why that seemed to just kind of like really pick up, but it's all good. It doesn't matter. So it's like this Father of Wands energy, where this Father of Wands energy is it's like this internal reflection. Like, I'm seeing this vision of like a person that has powers, and they're just kind of like, everything around it is like levitate. It's like this person is like in a meditative state or something, and like everything around it, like, so if it was this board, like everything is just starting to like levitate, and the person isn't doing anything. They're just standing there in a meditative state. And it's like that meditative state is the internal reflection. It's connecting to intuitions, connecting to their higher self, connecting to their soul, to their heart. And like everything is just kind of like floating, because it's such an ethereal space. And it's the spirit. I can relate. If you meditate, I think you know what I'm talking about. You would understand. It's this indescribable, it's like out of body experience. But in the physical world, like everything is starting, and it's like the contemplation of what to do. This Mother of Cups energy versus this Mother of Wands reverse energy. It's like this facade, this image, this family life versus genuine connection, love, authenticity. It's like status quo, maintaining what you had, versus starting new and creating an adventure, like following your own heart, following your own soul path. And it's I heard, and I weigh it well on my Libra scale, and I am seeing a Libra scale. It's like weighing up options in this. It's the contemplation of that, and then it's like the realization, and in that realization, like the eyes open, and then everything that was floating, it just falls to the ground. It's like boom, it's decided, it's done. It's like that. It's like this period of just meditation and contemplation and not rushing it and taking the time and really weighing it up. Like, this is a serious decision that needs to be made. And then it comes to this Father of Wands person after, you know, through this meditation, through this internal reflection, through connecting with self, higher self, and then his eyes open and then everything falls. And it's not like scary or damaging or anything. It just falls and it's like, it's done. I heard it is so. And I'm just getting so, like, I'm noticing, like, how I intuitively lay this out. Like, this Mother of Cups, this meantime, it's like there's a yearning for this person, but she's been on the outside intentionally. Like, it's I'm getting, like, okay, I heard divinely orchestrated. Like, she's on the outside for a reason. I'm getting a blockage, and this is kind of making me a little bit emotional. I'm getting, like a wall right here. Like, this Mother of Cups energy has not been able to access this Father of Wands, and this Father of Wands, I'm getting like kind of a barrier around this Father of Wands energy. Maybe, and I'm getting that this is probably like spirit, the angels and guides who set this up, honestly, because this was a lone journey. This Father of Wands energy, gosh, it's making me emotional. Like, this Father of Wands energy had to have this experience individually, independently, without any influence from the Mother of Wands or the Mother of Cups. And I want to say Mother of Wands reverse, because it's just so clear that it's strange that this person has centered. What I was going to say when I pulled this out is, like, I feel like this actually needs to be switched. Because I'm getting more like, not that the person, this ungrounded energy, maybe this ungrounded energy is irrational, but I'm getting like that this Mother of Wands reverse energy is like where this Mother of Wands in reverse energy may not have taken the Father of Wands seriously and kind of just, wow, I heard showed their ass, like maybe was just putting on a display and like, oh, whatever. It's like this Mother of Wands energy thought that this Father of Wands energy was just going to cave and go back to life as is, status quo. But this Father of Wands energy did not. He stood in his own power, in his own lane, in his own internal reflection. Like, it's like, I see, this is what I'm getting from this Father of Wands energy. It's like, a laser focus is what I've heard. And so now this Mother of Wands reverse energy is like recognizing, like, okay, this Father of Wands energy is serious, and now there's actually a real chance that this might dissipate, that my I heard shenanigans, like that my tactics, my methods of trying to, anything that I've done in the past to try to keep this image, this facade, this family going, whether even if it was toxic, even in its unhealthy state, whatever this Mother of Wands reverse energy tried to do in the past, it's not working, and she's recognizing that. And so now the reality is setting in that, like, this really is dissipating, and there's this like nervousness and overthinking and like need to like breathe through it. It's almost like the only thing that this Mother of Wands energy can focus on is like just breathing, because if the mind goes anywhere else, it might be too much. And if this Mother of Wands energy, so this Mother of Wands energy that I believe, I believe this Mother of Wands energy is pregnant. And I can't tell if that's literal or if this is like a metaphor, but I just cannot imagine how that would be metaphorical, codependent. Yes, that's what I'm getting from that Mother of Wands energy. It's like, oh, this Mother of Wands energy may have intentionally tried to get pregnant to keep this Father of Wands energy around, because critical, gossipy, materialistic, hedonistic. Yeah, it's like that was a tactic. Because what I was going to say was, because this Father of Wands energy is a Father of Wands. He's the provider. He's adventurous. He's boisterous. He's passionate. He's the guy. He's that guy. That's what I heard. He's that guy. you know, and that he fits perfectly in this image, that this facade that she's creating. And it's like the materialism, this hedonistic, like, oh, I just want the thrill, I just want the pleasure, I just want all of the feel good, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to have to face the difficulties, the challenges. It totally makes sense that Mother of Wands reversed, the critical gossipy would come out, because that's how the Mother of Wands is in reverse. It's very like using this Mother of Wands energy may use her body, her physique, to get attention, and to kind of as like a tool of no, I was gonna say a tool of manipulation, but that's not how I want to say that. It's like using it's like attention seeking, you know, wearing the clothes that are like risque because you know it's going to get you attention, whether it's good attention or bad attention. It's a bitch. It's being a bitch. Mother of Wands in reverse is literally a bitch. It's like lashing out, and it's like me. That's what I heard. Like, I need attention. I'm just seeing someone like in the middle at a party, this like ballroom in the middle of the dance floor, and they have on this like low cut dress with a high slit and like heels, and they're in the middle, and they like want the attention, and they notice, it's like they notice everybody's looking at them, but they're so self-absorbed that they don't even realize that people are looking at this, that everybody's looking at this person with like disdain and disgust, and just kind of like, what are you doing? Like, it's just like, no, she thinks that the reason why no one is coming to the middle of the floor is because it's like, oh, let's give her the floor. But really, it's like these people don't want to go anywhere near her. They don't want anything to do with her. They see the truth of who she is. It's very thirsty is what I heard. And it's like, ugh. It's like people around her are starting to recognize like who she is, really, truly. And that is a part of what I'm getting, is like, that is a part of what's is creating this feeling of like, I've been found out, like this anxiety, this like, oh, I just need to breathe. It's like, I keep hearing, I've been found out. So, okay, so that's a situation. All right, so what, I don't know who okay, so Spirit, what else is there? Because we've talked about the situation. So let's get a couple of these cards. I feel like you might be the Father of Wands energy that's coming to this reading. This one fell out. I don't know if that was on. Trust your intuition. All right, so this is like to help with your growth, with this process, this situation, what to do, what direction, for the highest good, always. Causing harm to none. Even if it's uncomfortable to some, it's always for the highest good. Things that are for the highest good aren't always pretty and pleasurable and comfortable. Sometimes it may feel painful in the moment, but growth sometimes is painful. You don't grow in comfort zones. All right, I think that's good enough. So let's see what we have here. Trust your intuition was the first one. Be direct. I feel like something wants to come through with this. Be direct. What is that about? It's like I feel like be direct with this Mother of Cups energy. Have the courage. It's like, you see how it's like strength between, this is the strength card. This is the strength card. This is the solar plexus card, the card of your confidence, your willpower, your assertion, your courage. And that's between the both of you guys, and you guys are looking at each other. It's like both of you guys had this internal reflection. Both of you guys had to see things from different perspectives, and it took a lot of like strength and courage. And so it feels like maybe there's something that needs to be said, quite possibly from you, Father of Wands. if that's you, if you're the Father of Wands energy. But from this Father of Wands energy, and Spirit saying like, be direct about it. Just be direct. I'm getting this energy of like, it's just like, it's very like quick, direct, boom, that's it. It's almost like Spirit is saying like, you might be overthinking something. Like, how do I say it? Or what do I say? Should I write it or should I call? Should we do a face-to-face? Should I send a carrier pigeon? Should I do smoke signals? Like, it's like that type of overthinking. It's like, just be direct. Pick up the phone or send an appointment or do whatever. It's like, where in your mind it's convoluted. It's this whole, I'm seeing like the do you remember back in school when you had to do rough drafts for papers, and then you had the main idea in the middle, and then you had the different lines with the other bubbles, and off those bubbles you had the multiple bubbles? It's like that. Like, that's how your brain is operating. And Spirit showing me like, it's like the number 1 spelled out like ONE, period, 2, period, 3, period. And that is just the symbolism of like, be direct. Just like, boom, boom, boom. Like, it doesn't have to be a whole thing. You're overthinking the reaction or the response. It's like, be direct. Like, this is what the situation was. This is what I decided. This is what I want. How do you feel about that? Or something like that. You know what I mean? It's just very like, it doesn't and then, but also I'm getting like, don't be so callous. Because yeah, I look down and I see add love to the situation. Like, open your heart. Exactly. Like, have compassion. This person may have questions. This mother of cups, because they've been on the outside, so they may have questions. Like, I'm just getting that this, all right, tell me about the Mother of Cups, because I don't want to make an assumption, but tell me about this Mother of Cups energy. It's like there's this longing. Like, I just noticed how this Mother of Cups has its wing reached out to this Father of Wands, and it's like, well, okay, fixated on sex. I don't know. That doesn't feel, what is that? That doesn't feel like, that doesn't feel like that. That's not the energy that I'm getting. So tell me about that, Spirit. What is that? Is that the card that was meant to come out? Who is fixated on sex? The Mother of Cups? No. Who's fixated on sex? Moody, bitter. Whose energy? I'm gonna put this to the side because I'm getting this is like another side message. Let me finish reading through these real quick, because this feels like a side something. All right, bring practicality to the situation. Say what you think exactly. Analyze the situation. That one I'm getting like, I'm getting actually like crown chakra. When analyze, I'm getting like connect to your higher, like to wisdom, not like overthink. It's like analyze from a higher perspective, like crown chakra, from a space of enlightenment. Spend time with yourself. Yeah, that's the Hangman card. Try a different perspective, Hangman card. Find inspiration. Give more to the situation. And then you have treat yourself. Consider what you're investing in and follow your heart. I mean, I feel like that couldn't be more clear. Right? I don't know that I want to, okay, oh gosh, I don't know that I want, well, it came out, so Spirit wants to talk about it, so let me honor that, because I was like, I don't know if let me just, this is like a side message, so, all right, Spirit. What is this? Bitter, moody, fixated on sex. Oof, whose energy is this? I didn't mean to say ugh like that. That was not. Whose energy is this? Whose energy is this? Father of Wands. Father of Wands. Is this the Father of Wands energy? Father of Wands and the Devil. I feel like I need to put these out. Like, all right, so tell me about this. What is happening? Bitter, moody, fixated on sex. I'm just getting like, you might be, Okay, I'm just getting like sex is stress relief, and it could be playing out in different situations. Like you either are used to using stress as a using sex as a stress relief, and like you're not able to anymore, or you see how I accidentally reversed that? It's like that process, how you used to use sex for, what am I trying to say? Sex for stress relief. It's like, it's the opposite now. Like you don't, all right, tell me about this, Spirit. What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? The Empress and Nine of Pentacles. The Empress and Three of Cups. Somebody is manifesting, like, who is this energy? Is this you? Is this the Father of Wands? Somebody is manifesting like a soul tribe, success, self-made, like individuation, independence. Two of Pentacles. Harmony. Union coming together. Is this what you're manifesting, Father of Wands energy? If that's you, this is what the Father of Wands energy is manifesting. Two of Cups. Before I said harmony with Two of Pentacles, I apologize. That's like choices, weighing out options. Remember I said earlier, and I weigh it well on my Libra scale. This is harmony. This is coming together. This is love. This is two things choosing each other. Two things or two people choosing each other. Let's get a little bit more about that. Two of Cups. Oh, Five of Swords in reverse. This is like putting down the weapons. Putting down the weapons, letting go of the conflict. Like, I just keep hearing, like, let's put down our weapons. It's like, let's stop with the fighting. You know, I'm noticing how this, like, one worm, it's like into two pieces. It was cut. So there might have been a situation between you and this other person that, like, words or something was said that, like, separated you guys and kind of created this distance, this separation between you. And it created, like, you have Two of Swords on both sides. Like, both of you guys, it was stagnant energy for both of you. Like, neither one of you, I'm just getting stuck. Like, neither one of you, like, moved forward in whatever way. Either move forward away from each other or move forward towards each other. It was just, like, stuck energy. I'm getting, like watching each other, meant a lot of mental energy, like, just really kind of, like, thinking about each other, but in private, like, secret. Like, you guys, I don't think that you guys were in communication. I'm just seeing this clear separation between you two based on something that was said or something that, let's see what else. All right, tell me some more about this Two of Cups. Energy, Spirit, please. Yes, Mother of Cups. It's this energy. You want to come into union with this Mother of Cups energy. You want to come into union with this Mother of Cups energy, and this Mother of Cups energy wants to come into union with you. You guys want to be in harmony. It's like, we're beyond this whole, it's like, enough. Enough is enough. That's what I heard. Like, I actually heard enough. Like that. It's, oh God. And that was like very, like, I put my foot down. I think that might have been Spirit, honestly. I couldn't tell if it was one of your energies, but this is coming through very authoritative. This is coming through like, enough. Like, it's decided. Like, oh. Like, put the swords down. All right, what else? What else can you tell me about this Two of Cups? Yeah, it's like, it's this sneaky, like, I think you got, like, I'm getting that it might be more you, Father of Wands, than the other person, but it's like there's this sneaky, like, spying energy, like, maybe even, like, maybe a little bit of gossip, and I don't know if it's good or bad gossip, but it might be like, you know how sometimes there's this, have you ever met someone, and it's like, they're great, they're a wonderful person, and maybe you want to be friends with that person or be in a relationship or whatever. And for some reason, you guys can't come together. So it's like you have to pretend, it's like you have to mask that you're not really interested or that you're not really hurt or you're not really bothered by the fact that you can't come to, that you are unable to, like, have a type of relationship, whether it's a friendship, romantic, you know, with that person. So it's kind of like, it's almost like you downplay that person. I'm getting that kind of energy. Like, I don't even like her. Like, I don't even like those, you know, that thing that she does, or like, it's like, that is what I'm getting. Like, you might have been like, you know, like if someone was like, oh my God, look at this person, you know, did a thing, and internally you'd be excited, like, you know, but you have to, it's like you have to play it down, like, yeah, okay, like it's no big deal, or like, nah, I don't even like, it's like, oh my gosh, this person started playing basketball, and you're like, I don't even like basketball. But really, you're like, you want to talk to that person and be like, so you started basketball? Like, oh my gosh, do you love it? Like, you know what I mean? It's like you want to talk to that person about that thing. This is a metaphor. I mean, your person may not like it. But anyways, I'm just getting that energy from you. All right, one more. And then I think we might wrap this up. All right, what is this? Mother of Swords in reverse. I'm getting, I'm not necessarily getting this so much as a person. I'm getting it as like an archetype, like an energy, like an action. And from that, I'm getting like, I think that this mother, I'm getting the energy of somebody was like super decisive. Like, I heard off with their heads, like somebody was super decisive, and I heard communicative. No self-esteem, imagine. Huh? So tell me about the Mother of Swords. What does that have to do with the Two of Cups and the Father of Wands? Trust issues. Okay, so gosh, this is gonna take forever. This reading is getting a little bit long. Okay, so I'm getting, this is, I feel like if I were to dig any deeper, this is going to be another reading. So I think that I am actually going to leave it here. I feel like that was pretty good information. That was pretty clear. So that's what I have for you, pile one. That was a specific message. So if you've if you stuck around and you made it this far, my goodness, I love you. And I hope, honestly though, I hope that was a helpful message, that was serving, that was beneficial. I feel like I want to get one of these little oracle cards that I recently got. I almost forgot about this deck, but I want to leave it on like a positive note. That like maybe some sort of, I want to leave it on a positive note, or some kind of guidance, clarity. Okay, well those want to fall out. So something that will be helpful for you, give you some direction. All right, give you some direction. How about that? Did you guys see the timing of that? Clarify what you are seeking so the path becomes clear. I'm getting, okay. Clarify what you are seeking so the path becomes clear with the other person. Okay, so Spirit's saying like, ask for what you need. Speak up communicate. Ask for what you need. I'm just getting like, oh my God, I think you have a difficult time with that, because like I had to suppress a gag. It's like that might be a difficult thing for you to speak up and say like, this is what I need. Asking for your needs to be met. You might be a person that has kind of learned over time, either from previous relationships or even childhood upbringing, that you can't ask for your needs to be met because they would be shut down or not met or whatever. So it's like you are like a person that kind of goes it alone. I'm getting like North Node energy. And my specific North Node is Aries, and that's the path, that's the life journey towards independence. And I'm just getting like you might have been in that space. So asking for what you need and relying on others, that might be a difficult thing to speak up on, to like ask for, to say it, for it to come out of your mouth. So maybe try like writing it down and sitting with it and like journal. Ask yourself, internal reflection, what do I need? And then write it down. You don't have to share it with anyone right away until you've narrowed it down and you feel comfortable with knowing like what you do need. So there's that. Okay. Light, weave your spells by the light of stars and listen to your inner voice. I'm getting, again, like writing it down. So if you're a person that does magic, you can, like under starlight, just I'm getting like petition, intention, write it down. Write down what you need, either to the universe or to the person, to your higher self. Like, write it down. Listen to your inner voice. This is giving me hermit energy, like going internal, that internal reflection. I'm getting a lot of, like nighttime energy. All right, moon, escape from the black cloud that surrounds you. Oh my God, if that's not a message, escape from the black cloud that surrounds you, which is that situation that I just explained with the Mother of Wands energy, that facade, the choice of like, do I stick with this thing that's unhappy, that this thing that makes me unhappy, the status quo, the image, the fake, or do I go with align myself with my soul, my heart, what I actually am yearning for? This is clearly telling you, escape from the black cloud that surrounds you. Then you will see your own light as radiant as the full moon. Yes, there's something about like this energy, which you may have already recognized, because I'm getting that there was a lot of reflection on your part. I'm really just getting that you are the Father of Wands energy. So if you are not, I'm sorry if that comes across confusing, but I'm just getting that there's a lot of, you might already know this. Might already know this, but if not, this is Spirit saying, like, if you're wondering why, if you have thoughts or you feel, Spirit is just saying, like, maybe you recognize your light, but you're not recognizing it as bright as it can be because there's a dark cloud. The situation, it's dampening your light. Either you have to do it for the sake of keeping peace, or whatever. It doesn't matter. The point is, this situation is like creating circumstances where you are dimming your light. So escape from the black cloud that surrounds you. Then you will see your own light as radiant as the full moon. All right, time. Time has a wonderful way of showing what really matters. I heard tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. So I don't know if there's like a time frame or a timeline. What is that, Spirit? Before I speak on it, what is that? I keep getting like crisscross, flip-flop energy, like switched energy, like back and forth. I don't know what that has to do with time. But maybe you're on like a timeline or something. Okay, and then you have sun. Keep your face to the sun and you will never see the shadows. Okay, so that's a really encouraging message, but the way that this is coming through is also like, don't be unrealistic. Like, look, it's okay to look at the shadows. You heal, you grow, you accept yourself in the shadow. You connect to intuition in the shadow. Don't be afraid. It's like, I'm getting from this card right now for this reading, don't be afraid of the shadow. Yes, look to the sun, have balance, but you will never see the I'm just getting like, stop running from your shadow, honestly, is what Spirit's giving me. Like, stop running from your shadow. There's something that you are afraid of. Like, I'm getting something within you, like you don't want to share. You're afraid of looking at or sharing or somebody else seeing it or finding it out. It's like there's this shadow that you don't want to acknowledge or see. And Spirit is saying, like, stop running from it. Don't be afraid of it. It's like going into it, looking at it to bring the light to the situation. It's giving me like that whole escape from the black cloud that surrounds you. Yeah, you have to like go through it to get out of it. Then you will see your own light as radiant as the moon. It's like you are the light. So going into this darkness, going into your shadow, you will be able to see how you brighten up the darkness. Do you know what I'm saying? But you won't be able to recognize that about yourself if you're constantly running from the shadow. If you're constantly staying in the light, in the sun, in the brightness, in the positive, in the up, in da-da-da, you don't see how like bright you really are. When you go into the darkness, when you go into the shadows, that's when you see how bright you can shine your light. And to make that a little more like grounded. It's like if you were ever talking to a friend and they're just going through a really dark time, depressing, whatever, you bringing your light energy and the way that that impacts the people around you or that specific person and how that elevates their energy, that's your light being able to shine in their darkness to illuminate them, to help them reignite their spark or reconnect to their own light. But you won't be able to recognize that about yourself if you're constantly just in the, oh, everything's so great, everything's so lovely, everything's so wonderful, I'm not going to look at the shadow. You know what I'm saying? So this has been a long reading. I feel like I've been speaking for millennia. So I really, 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 truly hope that this was helpful for you. Pile number 1. I feel like I don't even remember my regular outro. So I'm just going to say thank you so much for coming. If you did like this reading, if it was helpful, if it did resonate, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help me to grow my channel. And I super appreciate you for that contribution. If you think someone else would benefit from this message, please feel free to share it along. If you are returning from a past video, I want to say thank you so much for coming back. And if this is your first time, I hope to see you again in a future video. Thank you, Pile 1. Bye-bye. Okay, Pile 2. I feel right away this sense of sadness. Like I want to cry. It's like it feels like a longing, nostalgia. It's a quiet sadness. It's like one of those sadnesses where you kind of cry silently to yourself, sort of under your breath. It's like I'm hearing weeping. It's quiet though. It's like it's so soft. It's so quiet. It's, I don't know, it's giving me like trapped in a castle, locked away in a tower, like locked in a dungeon. It's like, I don't know, is this Beauty and the Beast? I don't know. It's like it's a feminine energy locked in a room that's kind of dark, and it's like I can't make too much noise, but I'm sad and I'm like weeping, but I don't know that the sadness is locked away. I don't know really what that symbolizes yet. The sadness feels like I'm just noticing how this is broken. Like it feels like something's broken. Within you. It's a longing. It's a feeling of longing. Like there's something or someone that you want, and it's like okay, so it's like this locked away vision that I'm getting. It's like you can't get to it for some reason. Like you feel like you're locked away, like you can't move how you want to move, or do the things that you want to do, or go in the direction that you want to, like this thing that you're longing for, you cannot take any action towards it because you're locked away. That is a metaphor. Something about like this hole, this entryway, like the tunnel of this shell. It's like the tunnel, like the entryway. It's like, it's, I don't know. I'm getting like a cave, and it's like rounded, and it's like dark, and you just kind of go in and it curves, and it's like, I don't know, you're not really sure what it leads to. I feel this need to kind of talk soft. It's like the energy, it feels kind of curious. If this is your energy, I don't know, it feels kind of curious. It's a mesh of emotions. It's like curious. I heard retained, but what is it's retained, like this locked in energy. All right, let me go ahead and start like getting some cards. It's like this energy of, I heard retained, but what I was trying to say is like, it's like the energy of being pulled away into oneself. I feel, now suddenly I feel like my heart is kind of, I don't know if nervous is the right word. It just feels feel like I don't know. I feel like like the words that come to my mind is like nervous and anxious, but I feel like I need another descriptor. Like that doesn't quite do it. Anxious feels so aggressive. Nervous feels just not the right descriptor. It's like this reminds me of a person that is like healing and working through whatever their traumas and triggers, the default nervous system response that they receive when they're triggered, which is like that heart pounding nervousness. But the person that's healing recognizes that it's just a trauma, it's a trigger, and the nervous system is responding to past experiences. And so this person recognizes that in the moment of being triggered, they have to calm themselves down because their nervous system is responding as if it's a past situation, but their awareness says it's not. So they have to it's like reprogramming your subconscious, or reprogramming your subconscious beliefs. So it's like that nervous feeling that you can't give attention to, or you can't respond to it because it's not real, it's not true. It's just a default response based on past experiences. And so it's like this person has to like stop and then just kind of like and like be calm and gentle and like let it pass is what I heard. Like kind of just remind themselves that like there's no danger. Whatever this trigger is, you know what I mean? Like there's no danger. Like maybe in the past this type of experience might have meant something, but now in the healing process and recognizing, like I'm getting like the sense of like recognizing power, recognizing one's own power and one's own ability to create and to manifest. So it's like understanding that we are creators. We have more input in our reality and creating our reality than maybe we might have as a child, because we're a child. What say do we really have? What can we really manifest or create? And what have we even really learned about that in our home life? Getting like home life trauma, home life triggers, childhood triggers, like specifically around the home. And for some of you guys, this trauma, this home life trauma is in adulthood, like family life trauma. Recognizing I just got distracted. This trauma is new. It's like a new realization where like family dynamics, for example, like maybe you're recognizing that like the truth of who people are, and like maybe what you thought about. No, it's not that. It's like you're just recognizing the truth. It's like, okay, let's see what we have here. I'm sorry, I suddenly feel so distracted. It's like I feel a little distracted and I can't tell if I don't, okay, Spirit's asking me to go back to the home life thing. So home life, so for some of you guys this is relating to childhood traumas and things that has carried from childhood that you have worked on healing. But for some of you guys, I'm actually getting more. I think actually the smaller portion of you, this has to do with childhood. I think a larger portion of you guys, this has to do with home life and family dynamics in more recent terms. Things that you've recognized, like interactions. It's like an awareness. It's interactions between family members, whether this is like your own made family, intimate, immediate family, like whether this is like you and your spouse and your children, or whether this is like maybe siblings or parents or cousins and aunts and uncles, like that type of family. It's like it's a recognition Okay, so Spirit, I'm being guided back to like the trigger point. It's that feeling of like, okay, so what I'm getting is like it's okay. I think that you, Spirit's telling, hold on a second. I'm sorry. Spirit is communicating something, and I think I'm moving too fast. So let me slow down. There is. I'm sorry, you guys. I know that this is like a lot of silence right now. I'm just trying to. It feels like, okay, Spirit is like really kind of stopping me and slowing me down. There's something that I'm missing. So let me just pause for a minute. I feel like I need to hold a crystal. It's something about the home life. And I'm feeling that like sad feeling again. I just heard I can't go back. Some of you guys might be breaking away from your home life, your family life as you've known it. And not in like a it's for your highest good, it's for your growth, it's for your benefit. It's the recognition that this family dynamic that you've leaned on and that you've given so much credit and recognition to, and those aren't the right words Spirit is saying, that you've given so much credit to. It's like seeing it, it's like that blind credit where, you know, you've been told like this person represents that and that's how we are going to interact with that person. I don't know why. Okay, so the analogy that Spirit is giving me is like what's been taught is an example is like the father figure represents the king, and that's how we're going to interact with that person. The person is the king, and so what the king says, you know, is what goes. And that's what we've been taught, and that's how it's always been, and that's what we're going to follow. So no matter if I agree or disagree with what the king is saying, we're going to do it because that's how we operate in this, you know, that's how we operate. That's how it is. That's how it's been. But it's like you're coming into the recognition that like the king's way of doing things and the king's value, I feel like values is not, Spirit says value is not the right word. Okay, so give it to me, Spirit. What is it? It's like the way that the king navigates and makes decisions, you're recognizing that doesn't really align with your values, with your beliefs and how you want to navigate. So now I'm seeing again that the vision of the woman in the castle, like the it's just like it's like a sadness. It's like a sadness of being locked away. Okay, can you make that clear? I need more, Spirit. What is that? It's a, let me just describe it more. It's like until it goes away, I haven't hit it. That's how my visions work. So she's like on the ground, you know, legs just kind of like folded out to the side, and she's by, it's like a dungeon. It's a dark room, and there's what do you call it? It's like a jail cell door, so the iron rods or whatever, it's like that. And there's a tiny window. It's like someone locked in a tower or like a dungeon or something, and this feminine energy is just kind of like leaning against and holding on to the metal bars and just kind of like weeping. But no one, if there's no one out, it's just that person. It's dark. It's like, okay, that cave that I'm seeing, it's like you got to travel in there to get, that's the way. Like you go in this cave and it curves and it goes down like a spiral staircase and it leads to like a dungeon or something like that. So what is that though? Why is that? What does that have to do with this family life? Okay, I'm getting that you like have 5 of Wands. Yeah, this is like conflict and fighting. So I'm getting that you like have had okay, I was gonna say discovery, but spirit stopped me. It's not it's enlightenment, where you can it's like you see the truth of these family dynamics. You can recognize where maybe you were I'm seeing it like a pedestal, like maybe where you were propping people up that should not have been propped up, because you recognize that the way they do things, it's actually really like, I'm hearing tyrannical. Is that the word? Tyrannical? Like a tyrant. It's not, it's so linear is what I heard. I was going to say limited, but it's so linear. It's so like, this is the path and that's it. It's not all encompassing. There's no room for, I heard deviation. I think that you are deviating from that path, from that one line path. Like it's like you don't fit. It's like, that's not your lane. You're recognizing like that is not your lane. It's not in alignment with you. It's so confining, it's so limiting, it's so narrow, and you're like, no, I'm me, myself alone. Everybody in the family is in this little narrow linear lane, because this is what was said and this is how we do it, and so this is what we're going to do, and everybody is on board. So everybody in the family is in this narrow lane, and it's tight, it's confining, it's claustrophobic, and you are like, me alone, my one being, my ideas and it's like my energy alone, my awareness, my enlightenment, I'm getting very like energy. It's so energy based. It's like your energy alone is enough to take up that entire narrow way of thinking, because you're so expansive. Like I'm just getting like open-minded, and something about that recognition, it's like it's like casting you out. Like you're like, I can't go back home, because there's the recognition that I was gonna say take up too much space, but that's not I feel like when I say that, some of you guys are gonna receive that in a way that it's like, you might feel like you're being like judged, but it's not that. When I say take up too much space, it's just that you're expansive. Like, that's not a bad thing. You are an expansive person. And so like, you're not meant to be confined in this narrow lane, this one way, one directional way of thinking. And also it's almost like not being able to face, oh God, this is like bringing up emotions. It's almost like seeing this king person that I mentioned before, it's like almost looking at the king and seeing like, man, this person that I have revered as a king for so long is not actually a king. Like it's almost like you look at this figure. I'm getting a masculine energy, but take it how it applies. It's like you look at this man who may be your father or a father figure, a male like guardian type. And you're looking, like, you've looked at this person this whole life as like, this is the king, I admire him, I revere him. And then it's like you receive this enlightenment, and now when you look back at the king, you see their inner child, and you see like, gosh, this person has been making decisions from their inner child, from their wounded space, from their shadows, from their fears. It's not a true king. It's Father of Swords in reverse, which is the King of Swords. It's not a true king. Like, they're not really in their king power. They're operating they're moving and making decisions from a space of like, I heard lack. I was going to say fear, so that too, but I heard lack and fear. And it's okay. So I'm seeing like someone looking back at the king and just kind of like, in almost like, there's compassion, but it's like disbelief and compassion. It's confusion. It's kind of like there's empathy, and there's like a tinge of sadness. It's kind of like, okay, so now I'm hearing like I can't go back. So it's like you cannot go back to that, because now you can't. You've seen this person in the truth, like in their light, in the truth of who they are. So they've been putting off this image, this facade that they're the king, but you're seeing like, wow, this person is not really the king. Like, they are moving from their wounded space. And it's almost like where before you might have been looking at this person as like more than human, you know what I mean? Like a superhero almost. Like now you're seeing them as human. Okay, so what I'm seeing now is like where before you might have been looking at this person as Superman, and now you've gotten enlightenment and you look at this person and you see, is his name Lois Lane or is that a woman? I don't know. But whatever, Peter Parker, who's Superman? I don't know. I don't follow superheroes. But whoever the human form of Superman is, like now you're seeing them like that, where like you're seeing their vulnerabilities and you have compassion, but it's almost like, oh my gosh, okay, so I heard I've modeled my life after that. It's like there's so much emotion, but I'm also feeling like, gosh, it's making me want to gag. So I happen in pile 1 too. That you might relate to pile 1. There might be a message. That was a very specific message though. So only go if you felt intuitively drawn to it before I said that. If you didn't, then, you know, follow your intuition. But I'm getting a little bit sidetracked. But like, it's like I got this feeling of needing to gag, and that has not happened, where it's almost like it's like, I don't know if it's not that it's not disgusting. That's not the feeling. It's like speaking up about it. It's like it's difficult so much that it's like it's almost like, I don't know if spirit is trying to, it feels like something has to force it out of you. This might be a little bit gross. If you guys are easily like grossed out or disgusted by talk about like bodily functions, regurgitation, stuff like that, then maybe fast forward a few seconds, because that's what I'm going to discuss. But it's like what spirit is giving me. It's like, you know, when you are vomiting, it's your body like forcing something out of your stomach and out through your mouth. So however that's triggered is triggered, but your body has to contract and really like squeeze and force it out. It's not like we're a cup where you just pour it out and it seamlessly, gravity pulls it down. It's not like that. Like it has to be forced out. It's like I don't know if that's what's happening within you, or spirit saying like that's what's gonna happen with you, because it's like speaking up about this or acknowledging this, recognizing this, like putting words, putting it out, making it real. Do you ever have those moments where you're like, maybe you made a decision about something, maybe you decided you were gonna move, and it's like, I don't really want to tell anyone yet or say something out loud, because then it's real. And when it's real, then like all of the emotions and the nerves or the excitement or the whatever, like it comes flooding in, and maybe that's too much to take at one time, so you're just like, I'm just gonna keep it to myself for now. It's like that kind of energy where it's like you recognize that speaking up about it's going to be a flood of a bunch of stuff that it might be a little bit foreign to you to process emotional wise. And then even just on an I was going to say interactional level, but I heard intellectual. So it's like the way that you would articulate it's almost like you have gained such enlightenment. Okay, now we're bringing it full circle. So it's like you've gained such enlightenment that you realize that you're like you're moving. Did I say that at the beginning? It's like you're breaking away from family. And it's not in a malicious way or negative. It's just that you recognize it. Like this is a person that has healed and received enlightenment, and they have increased their vibration, and the vibration of their family is still down here, which is, it's no judgment. Like you're looking at it with compassion and just kind of like, wow, man, like I was there and I believed that, and these people still believe this, and it's like, you know, everybody has their own journey, but it's almost like that disbelief, you know. But there's also an acknowledgement that like to go back to that would be moving backwards. You know, it would be to receive this enlightenment for it to basically like go in one ear and out the other is the metaphor, where it's like it didn't stick. It's like you received it, but then to choose to not integrate it. And what benefit is that? Because then you'll have to relearn the lessons over and over, and you don't want to go through that. So it's like you have no choice but to integrate these lessons. But in integrating that, you're realizing that you're not going to be able to relate to these people in the same way. The way that you would talk about the things, that your wisdom, it's like another level intellectually. And that's not to say that these people are not intellectual, or that you are better, or this is not comparison of better or worse. It's not that at all. It's just a recognition that you have moved on or elevated in your journey, and these people have not yet. And there's also a message coming through about leading by example, where it's like, I don't know if you have recognized this. I think spirit is excuse me, telling me to tell you to approach it from this perspective. Make your own decisions. But this is Spirit's guidance and advice, where it's like, it's not your responsibility to go back to these family members and like force your perspective or your enlightenment or your wisdom on them and try to, like, that's Spirit's job. Your way of approaching that is to lead by example. When you do differently and people see that, and then people see how that differently, that enlightenment, that wisdom that you integrate, how that's benefited you and how that has raised you up, or how that has brought different opportunities, or how it's made you a better manifestor, whatever. When people see the positive impact, you're going to get one of two reactions, but there will be inspiration for them. Those who are, everybody has their own journey and they have their own path. So however anybody decides, it's not your responsibility. But there will be people who recognize that and understand that life is a journey and everybody has their own path, and it'll come in different times. I'm getting that for some of these family members, it may not, it will happen in another lifetime. That's just not where they are in the journey, and it's okay. There's no judgment. It's not your responsibility. Is the overall tone and underlying message that Spirit is giving you, is that it's not your responsibility to actively, I'm seeing someone like trying to reach down in a hole and pull someone up. It's like, which I don't really know why that, whatever. That's the visual that I got. I was going to say, I don't really know why Spirit would say that, because, okay, explain that to me. Why would that be the visual? Why? So what I'm trying, I heard crabs in a barrel. I don't know. But so what I was trying to, let me just finish my thought real quick and then I'll go back to that. So what I was trying to say though is that, by you just doing what you are to do. So, okay, all right. So Spirit is clarifying. Once upon a time, you were in that hole and you found a way to climb up out of that hole on your own, through your own processing, through your own internal reflection or meditation or journaling or whatever process you went through your own life experiences. You have found a way to climb up out of that hole, however that looked, right? No one reached down in the hole and pulled you up. So Spirit is saying it's not your responsibility to reach down in that hole and pull you up, to pull other people up. You continue on and lead by example. Integrate this wisdom that you have received through this processing and apply it to your life. Take action in that direction. Other people will see that and they will connect to their own guidance, their own wisdom, their own enlightenment, which will then show them how they can then pull their self up from that hole. And then it's like a ripple effect. I heard each one teach one. So it's not your responsibility to, okay, I feel like I'm repeating myself. So do you get what I'm saying? Just continue to lead by example. I'm just getting like, you might be a person that puts a lot of pressure and expectation on yourself. Like you feel like you are responsible for, I'm getting such like micromanaging energy. Like you stay in this lane and you go at this speed and you got to sit in this car and you sit in this lane and I'm seeing like a person like instructing people in race cars. Like you got to be in the green car and you buckle your seatbelt this way and you drive it. It's like that. And it's like such micromanaging energy. Spirit is saying, stop that. You're going to exhaust yourself. And not only that, that's not your job. That's the job of the divine life, universe, the divine plan, divine intervention, divine interactions. All of that is already, it's orchestrated for each individual person to move them along and align them with their path, and everybody's journey is different, and that's not for you to take on. That's a spirit thing. You've just keep on your journey. Wow, that was a clear message. All right, let's see what type of, I don't know what to call these. I'll just call these like little suggestive guidance cards of how to keep best like moving forward and growing in this situation. That was a pretty clear message. Also pretty specific. Oh, I realized I never lit my incense. All right, let's see what we get here. Ooh, we got a lot. I feel like there's like, okay, I want to take, because this one's standing out to me. Where is it? Oh, I can't see it anymore. All right, I guess it's not meant to be unless it fell out already. Yeah, this one. Prioritize yourself. All right. Prioritize yourself. Yeah, I feel like that's the reminder. Like, it's not your, I keep wanting to say it's not your responsibility, but Spirit keeps on stopping me. So I don't know. I think That word might be like significant to you, a trigger or something. Spirit's taking me back to the beginning where I was saying like situations where you recognize like your nervous system responds in a way. Your nervous system has a default response where you might want to like argue or defend yourself or get protective or whatever, but you're recognizing that that's just your nervous system response, and that's not that. This is not whatever your nervous system thinks this situation is. It's not. So you have to like calm and breathe and remind yourself like it's not a threat, I'm safe, whatever it is. I'm getting that that's how the word responsibility, like that's a trigger or something for you, like responsibility, expectation, something like that. So I said that to say I apologize. I was not intending to. That wasn't intentional. But okay, so prioritize yourself. That's the message of, like I was saying, lead by example and understand what is your task, what should be your focus, what should be your priority versus what is for someone else to handle. Don't take on anything that's not yours. Don't carry anything that's not yours, whatever that may be, emotional, whatever. All right, you have journal about it. So if that's something that you did, definitely continue. Whatever way of reflecting, but journaling might be a good way. All right, make a decision. Be direct. Okay, I'm getting, and then wisdom, not logic, intelligence. Yes, it's like integrate this wisdom and put it to action. I heard put it to motion in your life. So it's one thing to have the enlightenment, but when you don't apply it, again, it's just like, okay, you're just going to repeat this cycle. So it's like, don't repeat the cycle, integrate it. And a part of that integration and that wisdom of recognizing that this is a space in time where you may be experiencing some distance or separation from your family, from your family or whoever this group is. I'm getting family though. It's like, make the decision. Understand it's not personal, and it's not a reflection that you don't. This has nothing. You're not looking down or. I just get like guilt energy. Like it's like ungrateful. Like maybe you think that you or someone might have said, or you think that someone might think that you're ungrateful or that you're leaving them behind or that you think that you're better, or it's like this energy of guilt for like leaving. And it's not that. So have compassion for, let that go. That's not the truth of the situation. That's a nervous system response. So make the decision and be direct and communicate, and you can be clear and saying, also be receptive. So it's like, have the conversation. People are going to feel how they feel. Don't personalize it. Give them the space to feel that way, but be direct and be clear. If you know your intention is not to abandon anyone or to belittle anyone or reject anyone or look down, be clear about that. Be direct about that. Just, like, this is my journey. This is where it's leading me. This is where I'm going. This is not a reflection of me not loving you or not whatever. It's just that this is where it's taking me. Go on an adventure, take a mental break. Yeah, nurture yourself. That's what I'm getting. Is like, distance yourself from this is heavy. It's like, be reciprocal. So I'm just getting that it's like, there's a lot of like, it's like, what you need to do, but actually doing it, you're not able to, because there's guilt of like leaving. Like this is like this, and this I think is so Spirit is saying this is associated with your own, it's bringing me back to that whole nervous system response. So Spirit is saying this is associated with your own issues or traumas or triggers of rejection and abandonment. And it's like, because you have felt that and that's such a wound, you don't want to be the person to project that or to be the cause of that for someone else. Spirit is saying it's divinely orchestrated. Whether it's that or not, should not be the focus. Why? Because even if you were that person to trigger that wound in another family member, it needs to be that way. That will give the person the opportunity to learn and heal and recognize their own lessons and their own journey and their own path the way that you have. There may be some that take it that way, and there may be some that don't. But like this is the go on a venture and take a mental break, because the way that like even just thinking about that and breaking that down, like that's stuff that you shouldn't even be thinking about or worrying about. That's not your responsibility. That's not your task. Your task is to integrate and continue to make progress forward. Everything else is spirit. So how these people are impacted by this, it's not your responsibility, because it's only going to show them the truth about their self. And they may not get, everybody has their own journey. So some may get it in this lifetime, some may not. Eat more fruits and vegetables. Okay, so about this really quick. Before I did your pile, I had to take a break and get some food. And I was just like thinking like, gosh, I had such a luxurious meal. And I was going to tell you guys about it, but I didn't think, I was like, it's not relevant. So I'm not going to say anything. But I had a veggie hummus sweet potato tortilla wrap, which was so delicious. It's like a sweet potato tortilla, which I didn't even know was a thing until recently. And it's veggies in it. It had like lettuce and cucumber, red pepper hummus or roasted red pepper hummus, actual roasted red peppers, feta cheese, red onions, and it's so good. And then I had a Caesar salad. It was a chicken Caesar salad. And I had some like essential water. It was just and then I had like a couple barbecue Pringle chips, because balance, you know what I'm saying? I had a banana, a strawberry banana yogurt. It was just so filled with fruits and vegetables. And I felt so like ready, like, all right, let's do this reading. I just felt so revived, so refreshed. So there's a message there, like our diet impacts our mood. So spirit is saying like, if you feel like, I heard lethargic. So if you've been feeling lethargic lately, or you feel like you need more energy, or you haven't been like your regular motivated, upbeat self, incorporate more fruits and vegetables, and that will help give you, like I heard zhuzh, that'll help give you the oomph in your energy again. All right, show some empathy. Dedication is needed. I'm getting that this is for self. Like, show some empathy for yourself. You know, that it's taking me back to that whole guilt, the conversation about like the guilt. So show some empathy. Be the same way that you have compassion for these family members and seeing like, wow, man, these people are not really like, you know, it's like seeing their wounded child. Have some empathy for yourself and recognize when you're responding from your wounded child. You know, when it's a situation where you might say like, well, I have experienced that and that was painful and I don't want to be the person to do that. Like, show some empathy for yourself. Remind yourself, is it your intention to hurt someone? No. Okay. Then there's no malice there. Intention is it's like the delineating, it makes the difference. Intention makes the difference. We cannot control or oftentimes even predict how someone will respond to. We can only control our own actions, our own words. We don't have that much. As much as we like to think, like, everyone is an individual. So show some empathy for yourself. Be dedicated to yourself in that way, in being kind to yourself. And be receptive. People are gonna want to say something, and just like give them the space to. If you feel like you're at a place where you can do that and receive that, which I think you've received enlightenment, so I think you can. So give them this space to say what they need to say or whatever. And even if it's a little bit hostile, you can set a boundary and say like, okay, this conversation is, you know, maybe taking a turn in a direction that it's not productive or helpful, so maybe let's take a break. But you can just don't internalize it. If it gets to the point where it's not productive, you can end it, but allow people the space to say how they feel, because you are a mirror to these people. You are a mirror to people in general, to show them, especially in this adjustment, this change that you've made or are making in your life. It shows people maybe where they are holding their self back, or where they're being quote unquote left behind. And I say that on quotes because you're not leaving anyone behind. You're moving forward in your journey as you should, and it's showing to people where they have become stuck. And it's like that's a trigger point for most people. So their reactions, don't personalize it. It has nothing to do with you. You're doing exactly what you need to do. That's their own journey. That's not to say anything less than about them. That's just how life works, and that just is what it is. So pile 2, that is what I have for you. Please let me know down in the comments if this resonated, if anything made sense. I super appreciate you being here. I hope this message has served and was beneficial. If it was, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you think that somebody else might benefit from this video, please feel free to also share it with them. If you are returning from a past video, I want to say thank you so much for coming back. And if this is your first time here, I hope to see you again in a future video. Thank you, pile 2. Bye. Okay, pile 3. Let's see what we have for you here. Right away when I picked this up, like I got kind of, I don't know, like a giddy, and I got a giddy. What the heck? I got giddy, and I just wanted to be like, oh, that's what I heard actually. It was like, oh, like excitement or something. This feels like a level of accomplishment, but not a level of accomplishment in, okay, I heard integration. This feels like a level of accomplishment in like the higher chakras, your crown chakra, your third eye chakra, even your throat chakra. You might have been a person that might be recently trying to connect more to your intuition, to infinite wisdom, to divine knowledge, to awareness. The crown chakras. There's another word that was, okay, I cut myself off and Spirit's like, say it, but what was it? Can you give it back to me? It's like connected to wisdom, infinite wisdom. It's unconditional love, enlightenment. That was the word. Did I say that already? It's like enlightenment, a level of awareness, and like integrating that. You might be a person that set out to connect more to your intuition, connect more to your crown chakra, connect more to like spirit, to the universe, to just understand. I'm just getting, okay, like everything that I've learned about spirituality in my journey is kind of like flooding to me, and it's like that's what you've I was gonna say attained, but I heard acquired. It's like that's what you've acquired. It's this understanding, this level of, okay, I'm hearing like cloak, and I'm seeing like invisibility cloak. Like it's like you I don't know if you, what is that? It's like you understand that, or you have, I don't okay, mastered that. Like you understand. I'm sorry, I'm just asking Spirit because I don't know how to relay this, how to communicate this in a way that doesn't sound so like that it's easily dismissed. Like if I were to say it's like you've mastered invisibility, like, you know what I mean? People were like, what the fuck is it? We can't turn invisible. It's like, all right, so this pile isn't for you if that's how you're seeing that, because that you haven't reached this level, and that's cool. Everybody has their own journey, but you have. And so like you would understand that when I say like you've mastered invisibility, it doesn't mean that you flick a switch and you snap a finger and then boom, you physically can't see you. It's the energetic invisibility. Like you have mastered when to pull your energy away from certain places, people, things, when to share it, when to kind of like shrink and make that energy small or make it big. It's like you have mastered that through this wisdom, through this spiritual, I saw spiritual awakening. I was going to say spiritual growth, but I saw awakening. So it's like this spiritual awakening that you've had. Like, I'm just getting that it was, and I don't mean to laugh, but it's like I was getting that it was intentional for you to connect to this, like maybe even specifically to connect to psychic gifts, or at least to intuition, to spirituality, in a way that it's real. It's not just for show, or not just say, it's not the trending thing. Like you really wanted to connect to that and connect to your own divine gifts, and you were excited to do so, and you did. But it's like the process of getting from that excitement of like, I want to start this, to where you are now. You didn't expect the in-between to be so chaotic and hectic and messy and nasty and scary and like disruptive and sad and just, okay, so it's like you didn't expect that from a spiritual awakening. And now that you're like on the other side of that, and you're recognizing how I feel such excitement energy. I want to like jump up and cry, and like it's like, I don't know, I just feel such good energy. It's a level of accomplishment. It's like I heard, oh, I made it. It feels really good. It feels so accomplished. It's like, okay, so now I'm like getting someone, you maybe, who it's like, now I can share this. Like now I can do something with this. Oh my gosh, you might be a person that might be like interested in wanting to do, I heard psychic readings. I was going to say tarot, but psychic readings, and also like mediumship. So you might have, in your spiritual awakening, you might have connected with spirits, and like that might be a thing that you want to do. Like you know, like mediums, psychic mediums. How, do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. But something like that, like you might want to do something with that. I'm seeing like specifically psychic mediums, and in however way that works, but like communicating with spirit to then communicate message to people in the physical realm. There's something about that. Like it's like connecting with your own divine gifts and intuition and wisdom and meditation. It's like you've I don't know. It's like, okay, I heard it was well worth it. It's like you made it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It feels really good. So congratulations, pile 3. That's your read. I'm just kidding. But seriously, congratulations. That's amazing. Something about this color of the shell is sticking out to me. This tan. It's connecting me to like to the moon. So you may be a feminine, or you may have connected more recently with your feminine energy, no matter how you identify. The feminine energy is the darkness, the shadow, it's the intuition, it's the emotion, it's the secrets, it's the receptivity, it's the attraction. We need both masculine and feminine. We need both energies to be able to manifest. There's a time and place for both, but you can't manifest without one. And so it's like, I'm just getting, okay, so where you might have been trying to manifest before, it feels like it wasn't coming together because you were not connected with your like 5 of Pentacles. It was like, no matter how much you tried to do, you just felt like it was not coming together. You were just out in the cold, like, why isn't anything coming to me? Why am I not gaining or receiving? Like, why do it's like I'm outside the church, I'm doing all of these things, you know what I mean? I say church because in the original Rider Waite, it's 2 people outside the church in the cold, it's snowing. That's the depiction. So where you might have tried to manifest before, it was like you felt very left out in the cold, like this isn't working. Mother of Cups, oh no, that's Father of Cups. It's like this isn't working, and so now you have connected with your feminine energy, and so now you may be manifesting more. 5 of Cups too. This is like grief. So okay, talk to me about this. What is this? Eight of Wands. Oh, okay. So are you moving? Are you moving somewhere, pile 3? Are you moving on from something? I'm just getting like the energy of like a sadness about moving. I'm getting like maybe leaving something behind. There's a sadness about leaving something behind. Like you're moving on from something or from someone. Yes, abrupt, sudden. This is an unexpected. It's like this is happening fast. It was not this. I'm getting that this move, which may be a physical relocation, it was kind of unexpected. It wasn't, you weren't like, this was not a thought, this wasn't a part of the plan, but you've connected more with your, it's this energy of connecting with your feminine energy where you're more like, okay, I gotta go with the flow. Like if this is where I'm being led, and there's like this sadness about leaving something or someone behind. Okay, what's the sadness? What's the 5 of Cups? Why is there grief? I keep being drawn to this shell. It's just so all right. Mother of Swords. Okay, so there's a Mother of Swords energy. I just smelled like super glue or nail glue, like acrylic glue. Not in my like through my psychic abilities. Now I'm seeing somebody at a nail salon getting their nails done. Is that who? Is this the person? Is that who you? I don't. Is that you? What is that? What is nails? What does that have to do with anything? Huh? This is what, okay, let me get. Okay, so like boredom keeps coming through. I'm getting that linked to like this move. It's like, okay, so it's like Four of Cups energy. I don't know why like stagnation is coming through, where it's like there's now suddenly like my heart dropped. It's like what I was gonna say was, it's like there's nothing left here for me. And when I said that, my heart dropped. Imaginative. I just get that your energy, like you're looking forward, you're planning, you're visualizing, meditating, like about your future. Like you're leaving something behind, and it's like, I don't know, I'm getting acceptance, sees beyond the physical. Yeah, I'm getting like, manifestation keeps wanting to come out of my mouth, but what I'm trying to say is like visualization, like visual manifestation. Yeah, like visualization, manifesting in that way, vision boards, that type of thing. Like it's like that type of energy with your future, with like wherever you're moving to. I'm just getting the energy of like, I heard imagine the possibilities. There's a change. 5, I just noticed that you have like 2 5s here. 5 is the number of like change, disruption. I'm tell me about Mother of Swords and Daughter of Swords. I heard single parent. So you might recently be a single parent, or you might have recently like divorced or recently left a relationship. Wise and understanding. I feel like I want to take these. Open, healthy libido. All of these cards are balanced. Like, that's what I'm saying. Remember I was telling you in the beginning, it felt so celebratory. It's like, yeah, there's this tinge of sadness. Like, it's like, I don't know. It's like, there's this feeling of like, what is this? What is this 5 of Cups? Okay, so it's like this energy of like moving on, and you're looking forward. You're looking in that direction. You're integrating everything that you've gone through. It's like you're integrating these lessons, you're manifesting, and you're moving forward in a direction, and it's like a fresh start energy, because where you are moving from, either where you currently are before the move or where you were, it was like stagnant. It felt okay, I'm getting just confined, and like it felt so stifling. I'm seeing like somebody, like a sock or something being shoved down someone's mouth. It's just like you couldn't speak up. It just felt so limiting, so confining, so restricting. That's the word. It felt so like okay, let me back up. Spirit's telling me to back up. It's just, I heard stagnant and I heard stalemate. So it's like there just was it started to feel more like torturous than anything. This stagnation, this boredom, this lack of forward movement, this lack of like, there was no movement. It wasn't even like going backwards, and it wasn't even, I'm just getting the energy of like, it felt like the effort that you were putting into growing or healing or connecting or manifesting or whatever, like it was not, there was no momentum, there was no energy. I'm seeing the Chariot card. It was like it was not moving forward. And so now it's like there's this sudden change. There's a new opportunity where you have the ability to move, and move in the sense of energetically, like move out of this space of feeling left out in the cold and being left behind and grief and boredom, and then also physically moving. But through all of this process, you're coming out super balanced. Like this is a you have accomplished something. You have, I heard unlocked a level. Do you play video games or something? I typically, like, I don't know, I don't get that usually, but do you play video games? Because I don't know why that would, it doesn't matter. Yeah, unlocked a level, so whatever that is. But yeah, it's super healthy. This feels very, it's like, I'm getting a little bit of nerves with it still though. Like, it's like, oh, okay, it's still something new. It's like a fresh start and there's excitement, but it's still new. So it's like, okay, I'm going to breathe through it. It's a lot of like self-talk, like positive, like reassuring, like, okay, we're going to do this. We can get this. Like, all right, I'm going to make a plan. Like, we're going to do this. This is good. I've done this work. I've learned this. whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's like this nervous energy, and it might have taken you a minute to get to this point, but you're at this point now, and you're like, okay, oh my God, this is happening, we're gonna do it, we're doing it. It's like that. It's that kind of energy where there's still nerves, but it's like, it's movement. It's actual energy that is moving. So that's much better than this like Four of Cups energy. I keep getting like Two of Swords energy, like this stagnation, this stalemate energy, this stuck energy of like no movement whatsoever. Not like, you know what I mean? It's like, finally we're getting out of that. And yes, this might be new, and I don't know if I'm completely like prepared, but it's like, fuck it. If the universe says I'm prepared. So we're going to go with it. This is that receptivity. This is that feminine energy that I was telling you about. It's like tapping into that. It's like the more like, all right, we're going to move. Spirit said move. So move. This is the flow. You know what I mean? Like I need to balance being receptive and attracting and just kind of going with the flow with my masculine energy of like doing, and you know, it's balanced. It's great. It's so like, even the way that I when I channel, I move like intuitively, and I sometimes don't even recognize like how I'm moving or what I'm doing. And a lot of times when I'm watching the playbacks, I recognize how I'm like always adjusting and moving the cards. I don't recognize it in the moment. It's just in the playback. Anyways, my point is, even the way that I like position these cards is so like symmetrical and balanced and even. It's like everything is like falling into place, and it's like it's so fulfilling on so many levels because it's in place. So it's calming. It's organized. There's like. It's easy to navigate. It's efficient. It's pretty. It's like balanced. It's even. It's like that's what's happening for you. And if you haven't seen it yet, it's starting to, or it's about to start. And I'm just getting like, this is gonna be fast. This is gonna happen, and it's gonna pick up, and it's gonna be quick. If this hasn't already, this is such. I feel so celebratory. This like your guides and angels are. Oh, I almost started crying. It's like they are so proud. I'm getting that this was not an easy journey. This was not to get to this level of accomplishment and unlocking this and integrating this wisdom. It's like things are about to start taking off for you. Oh my God. Congratulations, pile 3. That is so incredible. That is phenomenal. I love that for you so much because Spirit is showing me what you had to go through to get here, and like, my God, that is not easy. Whew. That is not easy. That was not easy what you had to go through. So kudos to you for holding it down. Let's get a couple more of these. I know that seems so, I don't know why I just felt so dry, but let's get a couple of these and see like what you can do to just kind of, I don't know. Let's just see. These are just kind of little like guidance cards, I guess, but let's just see what you can do, what it says, what it suggests, because that was a pretty clear, straightforward message. This is like a kudos pile right here, pile 3, and it's such beautiful energy. I just keep getting the energy of beauty. I heard magnificence and magnetism. It's like, that's your energy. That's where you are. That's the vibration. That's where you are. That's your energy right now. It's beautiful. It's magnificent. It's magnetic. God, that's incredible. That's amazing. You may have found yourself like manifesting easier more lately. All right, let's see. Whoa, okay. You got a lot. All right, no problem. All right, say what you think. Open your heart. Experience more joy. Yeah, I'm feeling like you're getting into that. Coming out of this journey to get to this point of feeling successful, it's like experience more joy. I think you're working on that. Invest your resources, time, energy, finances, skill. That's what I'm getting. Like, that's the direction that you're moving into. Embrace gratitude. Like, this is embrace the unknown. Yes, with like this move, this sudden change, this sudden movement. It's like embrace the unknown. Use your imagination. Okay, you have talk to someone and seek counsel. Trust your intuition. Find your center. Try a different perspective. Let off some steam. Nourish yourself, mind, body, spirit. Yeah, I feel like that's if you have not started yet, like that's the direction you're headed in. Master your desires. I feel like there's like two or three separate messages that's coming in. So if you have been, there's a message coming through about, maybe like, okay. Hold on, because Spirit is just telling me, like, okay. So anyways, there's a message coming through here. If you've been, like, bored on the sex scene, or if you have not been active on the sex scene, even with yourself, to, like, start connecting with that, your sacral chakra, that sexual energy. Being playful, being imaginative, even if that's just, like, masturbating with yourself, or even if you are with a partner, maybe some role play. Just kind of, like, to to let off some steam, to just kind of like connect again with your creativity. I'm like hearing, like, I heard fire and desire, like connecting with that energy of like passion and fire and desire. Use your imagination with that. Okay, so embrace conflict, fight for what you believe, make an offer, do a relaxing activity. I feel like that goes along with that. Consult a therapist. Okay, so all of this is like the direction that you're heading into. Nourishing yourself, speaking up, opening your heart, trusting your intuition, investing your energy in yourself and in others, and really considering what you're investing. That's the direction that you're heading in. So that's one message. Then you have one here about incorporating a little more like sexual play, or just, well, play in general, but connecting with your sacral chakra. I don't necessarily want to say sexual play, because it's not frivolous. It's like, it's with intention. It's not just, you know what I mean? It's like, how can I describe this? Because Spirit's like, no. It's not. It's like, let off steam. It's okay. It doesn't have to be like how can I describe it? You don't have to overthink it. It doesn't have, like, you don't have to plan a marriage. I heard funeral. Like, you don't have to plan a funeral or a marriage. It's like, you know, do a relaxing activity, masturbate, have sex. So that's one message. Okay, and then there's another message coming through here. Talk to someone, seek counsel, embrace conflict, try a different perspective, consult a therapist, master your desires. So there's something here. Make an offer. Okay, Spirit is saying that you would know what that means, make an offer. This is relating to something that you thought was a loss. Quite possibly a relationship. So make an offer. That's one message. And then this one, let me pull another card about this. This is okay. the Empress. This is about like creation. Oh gosh. Did you? Okay, so you might have gotten someone pregnant, and then you have the Star card. It's like, oof. Okay, there's a situation here. All right, give me one more card to clarify, because I don't want to speak out of turn. I don't want to speak too soon, but there's a situation here that may or may not involve a pregnancy, an unplanned pregnancy. Tradition, Daughter of Wands. Yeah, you might feel stuck in a situation relating to like a pregnancy. It might have been unplanned and you're not really sure what to do or how to move forward, and you might feel a little bit of guilt about it, like I should have known better. That's what I heard. So Spirit is saying, like, talk to someone about that. Don't try to solve that or figure that out on your own. It's life, it happens, but it doesn't mean that there's not a solution. And it can be solved. So that's what I have for you, pile 3. Thank you so much for being here. Congratulations. Kudos to you. That was an amazing reading. That was a pretty quick and direct reading. So I hope that served you. And if it did, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. That really helps me to build. And I appreciate you so much for your contribution in that.